Hello friends, welcome to Bankers platform. Today we have come with new set of questions for CIB exam and our subject is BFM. So let's start friends. Before starting friends, please write 1 to 20 counting on your notebook and give the answers of the questions yourself and check your preparation level and share your score in the comment section. Please also make notes of these important memory recalled questions for your future reference. And these memory recall questions are asked in BFM subject of CIB exam. So let's start with our first question. Our first question is asset side balance sheet management function include reserve, position management, capital management, long term management, loan management. Let's see what is the correct answer. And the right answer is D, that is loan management. Let's move to next question. Question number 2. Which of the following does not form part of the component of liabilities? So our options are reserve and surplus, deposits, interest accrued but not due on advances, interest accrued but not due on borrowings. So यहाँ पे फ्रेंड्स आपको बताना है कि इनमें से कौन सा लाइबिलिटी का पार्ट नहीं है. So let's see what is the correct answer. And the right answer is C. Interest accrued but not due on advances. So ये जो portion है interest accrued but not due on advances जो है that is not a component of liability and rest are the components of liability. Okay, let's move to next question. Question number 3. The elements of tier 1 capital do not include paid up capital, perpetual non-cumulative cumulative preference shares, revaluation reserves, statutory reserves. Let's see the right answer. And the right answer is C, that is revaluation reserve. And friends, this tier 1 capital, tier 2 capital, this is very important with respect to our exam. And please go through the elements of tier 1 capital, tier 2 capital, gone concern, going concern. So these all capital many times questions are asked. So please go and have a proper understanding of these capitals, different type of capitals. Let's move to next question. Question number 4. In a dealing room parlance, the word mine means. So in dealing room, we use the word mine. So what is the meaning of mine? Our options are buy, sell, dealer is irritated with opposite counter, none of these. Let's see the right answer. And right answer is A, that is buy. If we are using in dealing room mine, so that means we are saying we are buying. Let's move to next question. Question number 5. Which of the following is not a classification of NPAs? Substandard, loss, standard, doubtful. Let's see the correct answer. And the right answer is C, that is standard. So standard, the accounts which are standard, different जो standard account है that they are not NPA. And in NPA there are three categories. First is substandard, and after that doubtful, and the last is loss. So whenever a standard account is there, that standard account firstly it goes to substandard category, and after that it goes to doubtful and then loss asset. And NPA topic is a very important topic and many questions are asked from NPA topic, and it can give you 4 to 5 marks friends. 4 to 5 marks NPA topic can give you. So please go and have a proper understanding of this NPA topic so that you can get your marks which will be from NPA. Let's move to next question. Question number 6. The three mutually reinforcing pillars of the revised framework of Basel II do not include minimum capital requirement, market discipline, supervisory review and evaluation process, market capitalization. So let's see what is the correct answer. And the right answer is D, that is market capitalization. So जो market capitalization है, that is not a pillar of Basel 3, Basel 2 norms. Okay, Basel 2 and 3 are almost same friends. Let's move to next question. Question number 7. In a case where counterparty is willing to perform its obligation but unable to do so due to restriction imposed by the government, which type of risk is involved in this case? तो यहाँ पे फ्रेंड्स जो आपकी काउंटर पार्टी है वो विलिंग है, दैट इज रेडी, वो रेडी है अपने ऑब्लिगेशंस को करने में, लाइक इफ दे हैव ऑब्लिगेशन टू पे समथिंग दे आर रेडी, बट अनेबल टू डू सो, बट दे आर नॉट एबल टू डू ड्यू टू द रिस्ट्रिक्शंस ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट। सो इस टाइप के रिस्क को हम क्या कहेंगे? सिस्टमिक रिस्क, मार्केट रिस्क, कंट्री रिस्क, इंटरेस्ट रेट रिस्क। सो लेट्स सी व्हाट इज द करेक्ट आंसर, एंड द राइट आंसर इज सी, दैट इज कंट्री रिस्क। तो इस तरह की जो रिस्क है दैट इज कॉल्ड कंट्री रिस्क, जहां कहीं भी गवर्नमेंट से रिलेटेड चीजों, like if a country is there and like India is there and China is there, if India's relation with China will not be good, then what will happen? Then India will also impose some more taxes on the when we will import from the China, and China may also do the same thing when they will import, when the Chinese companies will import anything from the India, they may impose more restrictions on that. So in that way we can say there is a country risk is involved. Let's move to next question, question number 8. Which of the following is the direct quote? In India, 1 USD is equal to rupees 71.2350. In USA, 1 euro is equal to US dollar 1.9200. In India, 1 rupee is equal to USD dollar 0.014. And D is A and B and E is all of these. Let's see what is the right answer. Right answer is D, that is A and B. So friends, A and B are the correct answer and C is not correct. So what is the direct quote? आप सभी को पता होगा direct quote means when we are, when the foreign currency is in unit and the home currency is in variable। तो जो home currency है वो variable रहती है, और जो हमारी जो foreign currency जिसका हम comparison कर रहे हैं, जिसका हम quote कर रहे हैं, that remain constant, like 1 USD in India, 1 euro in USA we have this different, like 1.9, this is a variable term, but here 1 rupee, so our country like home currency has become constant, तो इस केस में हम इसे इनडायरेक्ट कोट कहेंगे, एंड दीज ए एंड बी दे आर द डायरेक्ट कोट। लेट्स मूव टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, क्वेश्चन नंबर 9। Fixed assets in a bank's balance sheet do not include immovable property, furniture and fixtures, investment in government securities, motor vehicle. Let's see what is the correct answer. And the right answer is C, that is investment in government securities. So this is not a part of fixed asset. Okay, let's move to next question. Question number 10. A bank's dash quote is slightly higher than its dash quote. तो हमें बताना है कि कौन सा कोड जो है किस कोड से थोड़ा ज्यादा होता है, और ऑप्शंस आर आस्क, बिड, bid, ask, transaction, bid. Let's see what is the correct answer, and the right answer is A, that is ask, bid. So ask is what friends? Ask means sell, आस्क मीन्स सेल एंड बिड मीन्स बाय। तो जो सेलिंग कोट होता है वो हायर होता है बाइंग कोट से। लाइक इफ वी हैव डॉलर, तो अगर हमें डॉलर बेचना होगा तो हम सस्ते में बेचेंगे, बट अगर हमें खरीदना है देन वी विल अगर हमें बेचना है तो हम ज्यादा में बेचेंगे, बट हमें खरीदना है तो हम सस्ते में बेचेंगे। सो कोट, ए बैंक्स आस्क कोट इज स्लाइटली हायर एंड देन इट्स बिड कोट। ओके, तो आस्क का जो कोट है सेल करने के टाइम हम ज्यादा अमाउंट प्रेफर करेंगे एंड बाय करने के टाइम कम अमाउंट। ओके, लेट्स मूव टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, क्वेश्चन नंबर 11। इफ ए बॉन्ड सेल्स अबव इट्स पार वैल्यू इट इज कॉल्ड अ डैश बॉन्ड। तो अगर फ्रेंड्स जो बॉन्ड है वो पार वैल्यू से ऊपर अगर बेचा जाए उसे हम क्या कहेंगे? डिस्काउंट, प्रीमियम, कैलेबल, कन्वर्टिबल। लेट्स सी व्हाट इज द करेक्ट आंसर, एंड राइट आंसर इज प्रीमियम। सो अगर हम बॉन्ड को जो है उसके पार वैल्यू से ऊपर बेच रहे हैं तो दैट इट विल बी प्रीमियम, और अगर हम उसे इसकी पार वैल्यू से बिलो बेच रहे हैं दैट मीन्स इट इज एट डिस्काउंट। So many questions are asked from bond, related to bond topic also. So let's move to next question. Question number 12. Commercial paper is issued in denominations of rupees dash and multiples thereof. So our options are 1 lakh, 5 lakh, 10 lakh, 100 lakh. Let's see what is the correct answer. Correct answer is B, that is 5 lakh. तो जो commercial papers है friends, that is issued in the denomination of 5 lakh. Minimum जो है कमर्शियल पेपर 5 लाख का होना चाहिए एंड इन द मल्टीपल्स ऑफ 5 लाख। Let's move to next question. Question number 13. In a dealing room parlance the word yours means, तो अभी हमने पहले फ्रेंड्स माइन का पढ़ा था, here it is yours. So yours का मतलब क्या होगा? Buy, sell, dealer is unhappy, none of these. And the right answer is B, that is sell. Yours means sell and mine means buy. Let's move to next question. Question number 14. How much loan to NRI himself or third parties can be given against the security of FCNR fixed deposit and NRI fixed deposit? तो फ्रेंड्स यहाँ पे कोई NRI है, वो जो है किसी को लोन देना चाहता है, तो उस केस में अगेंस्ट जो है NRI की FCNR डिपॉजिट और उसकी रूपी में जो NRI डिपॉजिट है उसके अगेंस्ट वो कितने तक का लोन दे सकता है? Okay, our options are 20 lakh, 100 lakh, 200 lakh, no limit. Let's see what is the correct answer. And the right answer is D, that is no limit. इसकी फ्रेंड्स कोई भी लिमिट नहीं है. As per the our margin rules, like we give the loan against deposit, तो उस केस में हम 90% 80% अपना मार्जिन रखते हैं. In the same way, loan to value ratio should be followed, so we can give any amount of loan. Let's move to next question. Question number 15. A principal-only swap is used to protect currency and interest rate risk, currency risk, counterparty risk. Let's see the correct answer, and the right answer is C, that is currency risk. तो जो हम principal only swap जो है that we use to protect the currency risk. Let's move to next question. Question number 16. Trading book exposures are held till maturity and income is booked on accrual basis, held till maturity and income is booked on when realized, held for a period and income is booked on accrual basis, held for a period and income is booked on when realized. So let's see friends what is the correct answer, and the right answer is D, that is held for a period and income is booked on when realized. तो दिस इज कॉल्ड ट्रेडिंग बुक एक्सपोजर. तो उसमें हम ऐसी चीजें रखते हैं जो हेल्ड, उसे हम रखते हैं फॉर ए पीरियड, एंड इनकम इज उसे हम एक पीरियड के लिए रखते हैं, और जो इनकम है वो बुक होती है जब भी हम उसे रियलाइज करते हैं. लेट्स मूव टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. क्वेश्चन नंबर 17. If foreign tourist comes to India and want to get his traveler check in cash, what rate will be applied? तो फ्रेंड्स एक फॉरेन टूरिस्ट है, वो एक ट्रैवलर चेक लेके आता है आपके पास, तो उस केस में आप कौन सा रेट अप्लाई करेंगे उसके चेक को इन कैश करने के लिए? अवर ऑप्शंस आर बिल बाइंग, टीटी बाइंग, टीसी सेलिंग, टीसी बाइंग. So let's see what is the correct answer. Correct answer is D, that is TC buying. TC is nothing but traveler's check. तो ट्रेवलर्स चेक बाइंग रेट को हम लगाएंगे यहाँ पे जब भी कोई टूरिस्ट इंडिया है, कोई भी टूरिस्ट हमारे पास आता है अपना ट्रेवलर चेक इन कैश करवाने के लिए. सो फ्रेंड्स वेन एवर यू आर गेटिंग द क्वेश्चंस रिलेटेड टू दिस which rate will be applicable, always think in terms of banker. You think about like you are a bank, don't think like a customer. Because what will happen, अगर कोई हमारे पास टूरिस्ट आता है, if a tourist is coming with a traveler check, so he has USD with him. uh, he has he has USD with him. One second. He has USD with him, and what he wants to get it in cash, means he wants INR from us. तो हमें क्या देना है फ्रेंड्स? INR हमें उसे देने हैं, रूपी. ओके, INR. So in this transaction, think that bank is there. Okay, this is the bank. Okay, here we are bank. Okay, one second, this is the bank. You think now bank is there, bank has this INR with him, and this person has come with USD. So what we will do, we will buy, we are going to buy this USD. तो इसे हम buy करने वाले हैं. So we will apply the TC buying rate. So TC buying rate is for this. TC buying rate is for traveler check buying rate. तो यहाँ पे हम जो है USD buy कर रहे हैं like as a banker, and we will buy the USD and we will give this INR to this person. So we will use buying rate. और वहीं पे अगर यहाँ पे अगर situation different होती, like here it would be like a Indian tourist wants to go out of India, और वो आपसे USD चाहता है या उसे ट्रैवलर चेक चाहिए, तो उस टाइम पे हम TC selling rate. We will apply the TC selling rate to that case. अगर कोई टूरिस्ट है, इंडियन है, जो बाहर जाना चाहता है और उसे ट्रैवलर चेक चाहिए, तो इस इन दैट केस वी विल अप्लाई द TC selling rate. Okay. I hope so you understood this. Let's move to next question. Question number 18. A LC that cannot be cancelled or amended without consent of parties, without the consent of the parties concerned, is known as confirmed LC, irrevocable LC, transferable LC, back to back LC. Let's see what is the right answer. And the correct answer is B, that is irrevocable LC. तो जो friends irrevocable LC है, irrevocable means that you cannot amend or cancel without the consent of the party. तो उसमें हमें parties का consent लेना बहुत ज़रूरी है, तभी हम उसे amend कर सकते हैं या cancel कर सकते हैं, whatever we want. So let's move to next question. Question number 19. An interest rate swap is a series of forward rate agreement, a swing of interest rate future, a charge for investment, protection against change in bank rate. So let's see what is the right answer. Right answer is D, that is protection against change in bank rate. तो जो इंटरेस्ट रेट स्वैप होता है वो एक प्रोटेक्शन है अगेंस्ट चेंज इन बैंक रेट. तो बैंक रेट में जो चेंज हो रहा है उससे उसमें जो hedge, like if we want to hedge that position, so in that way we take interest rate swap. Okay, let's move to next question. Question number 20. This is the last question of the day. Which of the following is not an OTC contract, over the counter contract? Our options are sweep swap, sorry, currency swap, interest rate swap, forward contract, USD INR future contract. So let's see what is the correct answer. Correct answer is B, that is interest rate swap. तो जो फ्रेंड्स इंटरेस्ट रेट स्वैप है वो OTC नहीं है, like over the counter contract नहीं है. So friends, this is set of 20 questions and these are the memory recalled questions. These questions are asked in the previous BFM exam of CIB, and there is a possibility that minimum 5 to 6 questions may be asked from this part. So thank you friends, thanks for watching. So please like, share, sorry, one second, please like, share and subscribe to our channel if you have not subscribed. And best of luck for your exam.